Hello everybody and welcome to some roster reviews. Didn't do them last week, so this has been 2 weeks since the last roster review. Our first account we're looking at is Atlas, just shy of 11 million GP. They're in Sigma Alliance Separatists. About a 6.5 year account they said, and they do some moderate spending on relic materials. They said they were going to get Bo-Katan soon and Riva, so we'll see if they have that. An account like this typically doesn't have too much to benefit from Lightspeed bundles, but may have bought them just for supplemental reasons, like, I don't know, their Karth wasn't as done as they could get. So we'll see. We got Negotiator, Malevolent. We're going to have mostly everything on ships. Don't have Leviathan yet. Let's see the progress on that. Getting pretty close. You got R7 there, need R7. Leviathan would definitely make sense, so just keep going there, finish that off. Let me see if you have Marauder, because that's something not everyone necessarily gets. Okay, great. I love to see it. 7-star and Relic Bad Batch. Of course, when you have Lord Vader, it naturally makes sense. We got all the GLs here. R5 Jabba. Main holdback of that is that you're not getting to do the later Rise of the Empire missions with him. But if that's not a problem for you or your guild, then that's fine. A lot of people got their cartel up to like Relic 8 back when the Crate Raid was a big thing, so now there's less incentive. It's mainly just for TB that you would get them up higher. Generally, like, if you're not thinking of like TB or anything, I'd like to see all of them at Relic 7. At least. I have mine at Relic 8, but don't necessarily need that. Got Bane, Maul. Do have Riva, R7, so got Riva, got her R7 right away, which is fantastic. Bo-Katan, Relic 7 right away, 3 Zetas, 1 Omicron, so pretty good budgeting with the Omicrons, being able to do both of those. Probably lead Omicrons right away. Yep, lead there. And no Gungans, but that makes sense. It's just like me. Obi-Wan, Low Gear 2, Tuskens. Again, another Crate Raid team that got passed by, and you're not missing out by not having them, or you're not really missing out by having them. Looks like Ufus might be able to use some work. That's an amazing, amazing team, so I definitely recommend it. So you already got Callan relics. Do I have Malicos? No Malicos. That's interesting and a little disappointing. Make sure you're farming Malicos. Like, in Conquest right now, you could buy a couple shards, I think, like in one of the first, like any place you can see Malicos shards, buy Malicos. Incredible. Get these to relics once you have Malicos. Even before you have Malicos, these guys are pretty useful. I forgot the league. Okay, Kyber 1, 3707, so pretty good. It's like 3707, not too far below where I am. So maybe you do need Malicos before you worry about the Ufus. But trying to see any other gaps. I think Leviathan, Malicos. Farm Gungans as they come out. Like, just hit their hard nodes. I do hit the node once and then refresh it once with the 25s, and that's about it. Datacrons, got a good inventory of set 14, and then 15. Already got the Slicker one. Got that one, and Slicker. So this, I feel like we'll want at least 2 Slicker Datacrons, one for a true solo, and another for like Special Forces TIE pilot. This doesn't really do too much when there's just one. But yeah, no, everything's looking good. I don't know what to like nitpick. Let me see some relics that might want to go higher. Drogon's a good R8 candidate. Cam kind of is. Dash is okay. Mace needs to be higher relics. I think probably 5 to 7 is fine. Malgus definitely needs higher relics. Same with Malik. Malgus is an R9 candidate for sure. like high priority. He was one of my first 4 Relic 9s. I think he might have been my 4th. It might have been 3rd or something. Nothing else has really stood out to me yet. Savage, R7. Moff Gideon higher, R5 to R7. I have the whole Imperial Remnant R7. We'll see how good they are after the Super Datacron from them is gone. Yeah, pretty good. Let's just look at some mods, but things are looking pretty good on the account. I'll start looking at Slicker. JMK's faster, which is kind of interesting. Right away, I still think speed is the way to go. I used to have offense, but there's many more situations where you need to go first with him, or you need to get out the gate and lap people, such as if you're countering Leia in 3v3 or 5v5, you want him to go first. Lord Vader, you don't want Lord Vader to be able to lap Slicker, so I think a speed set focus along with the offense and health is good. Decent Leia, focus on health and speed. Negligible amount of offense. So what are we? 17, 22. 17. I mean, they're good. This is like an amazing. I mean, you probably already tried it, like calibration candidate, because it's 4 rolls with 22. Unless I would just keep trying to calibrate it until you've maxed out your attempts to try and get that 5th roll. That one's already, that's 22. It was 5 speed rolls. JML R7. Yeah, this guy's an R9 candidate, definitely. He was my first R9. If you get anyone R9, you want JML. JML and Malgus are 2 tops. Does this account even have R9s? I didn't think to take a look. The protection is good. It's like more than doubling his base protection, but R9 is just so impactful. Are you one of those people that use crit damage? No. Speed on Lord Vader, yeah, is great. Could use more speed. A lot more. It just seems kind of slow. Yeah, 10 speed, 20. Yeah, anything low, like even the 17 is a little bit lackluster for GL, so. Yeah, I don't know. I would go with speed, arrow, and the highest protection secondary you can. Ray, looking pretty good. Offense and health. Sorry, I'm losing focus here. Darth Revan R5, pretty fast. 340, 48, nice. Crit chance, ooh. Nah, potency, nah, you want offense and health for him, and crit damage. Revan. Revan, someone maybe you could use the crit chance really fast. Like, the really fast crit chance, you want to just give it to someone where you don't care too much about their stats, like Admiral Piet. Finn. Plus 128. These are pretty good overall. They're not blowing me away. 363, I mean, that's awesome. A little bit more potency you want there. Cat, super fast. 365. I think I'd want to see more health. I mean, the crit damage is an option too. Like, looks like it's more offense damage focused. So actually, yeah, that's fine. I just think it's better to have her survivable in a lot of cases, but damage focus is still pretty good. Maul. You could get them faster. I mean, you could probably still get over 10k offense and have them much faster. Like, you need to, that, like, I don't know, Maul's really good. You want to prioritize. In the protection primary, it's fine if you're just doing Lord Vader, but if you use him on his own anywhere else, you probably want to get away from protection, go more to health. Relics. 291. Yeah, just kind of falling off a bit on the speed. But overall, the mods are pretty good. I'd say just keep farming them. Like, if you're not already, just keep farming the mod challenges to get new mods and try to slice there. Maybe alternate with the ability mats. Like, I farm mainly the mod battles because my base is already pretty good and they're just trying to improve it a little bit here and there. And I'm also lazy to clean out mods. But I think you should still be farming mods themselves. This is, I don't like that. I mean, lots of protection. Good speed. Not much offense. Yeah, I don't get with the potency. It's weird. I mean, usually people use the offense set and defense set because he is a big damage dealer. You want him to be a threat. So I do think you need the offense sets there. This is for sure a keeper. So you leave this protection circle. This is also a great JML mod. But then find 4 offense sets that you can put in somewhere. Or 4 offense mods. Yeah, I think we'll call it there. But thanks for letting me take a look. And you got a pretty great account overall. Just a lot of housekeeping, like higher relics on stuff, working on the mods, so on and so forth, Leviathan, filling in those endgame things. But I think you got this. All right, thanks. See ya. And the next review we got is TalxosValcoran. They're in, Book of Bobblefat. That's my alt guild. 5 million GP. Said they started when the game came out around 2015, 2016, but stopped playing until 2019. So a bunch of breaks. They were working on Anakin Starfighter. Wasn't really sure where to go next, so hopefully I can help out with that. Focused on Grand Arena and TW. And at the time they requested the review, they said they bought all Lightspeed bundles except the Resistance and Star Killer one. So we'll see if they, well, I guess they did purchase the Negotiator. Unless they had it already, which I'm not quite sure they did. Well, there's an R5 GK, which is a little bit higher than you start with, but that could have just been a one-off. If we have like an R3 Ploak, okay, yeah. So they got the Negotiator bundle. So Galactic Republic looking good. This ship is a huge focus though. Never too soon to start working on it. It's gonna, like, you already have Negotiator 7-star. Farm all these character shards, develop them, farm this ship. You're not going to regret it. It's such a good ship. It's an amazing ship. So definitely work on that. Empire. Probably farm the Bomber and Iden's ship. These are just two. I always look at Galactic Republic and Empire because they're more accessible fleets. They're not like the meta fleets that take a long farm to just unlock. But you are pretty close-ish to Executor, so Executor would be worthwhile to pursue as well. That's going to be great across pretty much every game mode now that we're doing Rise of the Empire once in a while. Executor, well, you need higher stars, but Executor's good there too. So we got Supreme Leader Kylo, it's only GL. Got Jedi Revan. Yeah, a lot of this is just looking like bundles so far. So definitely more of an inactive player before I can see that. The big thing is just, being active daily, using up those hard node farms, just buying the gear with the raid currency. Don't let anything cap out. Just make sure you're using all the resources as they come in wisely. Ewoks are pretty beefed up. It's kind of an oof. Yeah, so let's see. Rebels. Bunch of Rise of the Empire people. Keep farming Rex. Get them to 7-star. Your goal, if you haven't already, you should be wanting to clear all challenge tier 1 assault battles. So if there's any you haven't done, just go to the next one. Try to get that done. So you either need Imperial Troopers or Bounty Hunters for 1. Maybe this is getting it done. I mean, high relics, maybe that can do challenge tier 1. So if you're good on that, then that's fine. Empire, probably not. Maybe it's probably not cutting it for a challenge tier 1. Maybe Palpatine's enough to get you through. And Sith, and then you got Phoenix for Rebels, and the Night Sister one. So that's just, and the reason you want to do that is because it accelerates the rate everything else happens. You're gonna get an extra 10 of each type of Chirotech per month, 5 of each finisher, Zetas. It's amazing. So challenge tier 1 is definitely the most valuable tier, and there's a few that you're not getting. And then Jedi is one too, but you should have the tools you need to get Jedi. What makes it really easy is Jedi Knight Luke. Probably not going to necessarily need that. Revan Lead might be able to get challenge tier 1 done with Yoda, GK. I don't know. If you haven't done it, do it. Unaligned Force User, let's see. Not too much there. Although I'm not going to say you got to farm that now. Galactic Republic. Pretty developed. As far as next GL, I would probably just look on swiggy.gg, see what the path of least resistance is on your gear and relic materials, and go for that one. If it's JMK, then that's great. Not going to be Rey, because it didn't buy resistance bundles, even though Rey is an amazing galactic legend. I would say Executor, maybe C. Those are easier to get, and yeah, you're not too far off right now. So, anything else I want to look at here? Let's just look at all of them and see if something is standing out. Maybe let's sort by bottom. See if anything's not developed that I think is a really big oversight. Django's not farmed, so, well, you got the Houndstooth from the bundle, so that's fine. 3PO and Chewie, great for CLS, which already have Echo. And the rest of the Bad Batch, of course. You need to work on them, even if it's not in pursuit of a Galactic Legend or anything. You don't have to go for Lord Vader if you're doing Bad Batch. A lot of people are like, you said Bad Batch, Lord Vader. Should I go for Lord Vader? No, you shouldn't. Not necessarily. He requires like the most Chirotech, the most relics, the most gear, and he needs Maul to be at his full potential. Qui-Gon, Omicron's good. So you got some good Omicron choices, except Chief Sherpa, Savage. You should probably get that Omicron. Yeah. Anyway, all right. Let's look at some mods. Obviously, Slicker is at the top, and we got 163. That's not terrible. For an account this old, you know, you'd think you'd have like that's a different scale, but for the amount of inactive time you've had in the game, that's pretty good. I could get some faster mods here if you keep slicing. This is a good calibration candidate. Probably re-roll that defense. Here's the good thing about with calibration. If you have one that's a 5, so if you re-roll a stat, it can go back to the exact same stat. But if one of the other stats is at 5, you go from 1 out of 4 chance for hitting what you want to 1 out of 3. So just a little bit of increased odds to hit that speed roll if you calibrate. Rex is really fast. We have a baby General Skywalker. Just maybe faster clones are needed to prop that up. Padme's really fast, relatively 123. Not enough health on this, so yeah, you don't want defense primaries, you want health primaries for most things that you're running under a Padme lead, just because it's all about protection up and health translates to that. Yoda's really fast. You do have Giant Revan. You don't need him that fast. You should focus on offense, so like health, no. I mean, that's a good mod because it's high speed, but health, I think you want offense on Yoda for what you have on what you're running. And there's some good mods, but maybe a bit misplaced. Revan should be the fast one on that team, not Yoda. He's got a speed set. Yoda has an offense set. I'm surprised you have such a fast offense set, but then the speed set's not quite there. Anakin, hopefully this is offense or crit damage. No, it's speed. So switch to offense or crit chance, or not crit chance, crit damage. Whatever you have the best set of. I know Qui-Gon turns speed into offense, but you're still better served by having higher offense from an offense set. To begin with, Bosk. Well, that's good. So high protection, the speed relative to your roster is decent. So he's all right. And Grievous is a little bit slower. Hux is up there. See Vader. Offense set, crit damage. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. Not all sliced up and room to grow, but probably want potency sets other than crit chance. Crit chance you don't really need because of Merciless Massacre. GK, running under Padme probably, so you want health, health, health. It's easy to get protection stats, but if you're running under Padme, you want health. If you're running under Jedi Revan, though, then protection makes sense. Defense is like okay for him, I guess, but really health, 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 health. I won't really. I think I'll stop with that, but yeah, Executor or another GL, but definitely work on Bad Batch for that ship since you already have that negotiator, and you won't regret it. Thanks for letting me take a look. And the third and last review we got today is WarGod Queen. So it might be a lady. They're in We Are Clone Force 99, 11.3 million. Kyber 1 with a skill rating of 3633. So we got two players today in Kyber 1 that I'm reviewing, and those are a little different because they got mostly everything. So they're focused on new farms, Bo-Katan, Gungans, and such, which makes sense. If I'm going to look at the roster, but if you have everything, all that remains is what you farm. Got all the meta fleets, all the fleets at all, 11 capital ships, all decked at R8 Home 1, man. The R8's probably for the raid. We got R8 negotiate, like all these, are any of them not? Okay, so the non-R8s are the ones that aren't necessarily the best and the left ones. Yeah, looking like great fleets. I'm assuming Marauder is looking good, but yeah, so nice 7-star, all R5. I think they're worth it even higher. If you're running them on defense, I think it's good to have higher relics. On offense, it's like if it laps Anakin, then you can't stealth him really because you stealth him and then he goes immediately, and that's a thing. But otherwise, I do like extra relics on Bad Batch. So ship's looking great. All GLs, just like the first guy we looked at. So I'm probably going to be critiquing relic levels and looking at the bottom of the roster. You can farm Boss Nass now, so I don't know if you're not actually applying the stars, but probably do at least one refresh on the node a day, the 25. Tarpals is farmable. I think it's Tarpals is farmable in Cantina, but one of them's farmable in Cantina. Nothing's really standing out. I think you're fine not having Tuskens. You miss out once in a while if they have a great Datacron, that's it. And everything else is in relics. So pretty strong account. Let's check relic levels. So one of the first things that stands out for an account of this level of development, like mine, you run out of just overall projects like, oh, I need to unlock this, or these people aren't at a functional level. They're not R3 or R5. You can start thinking about Relic 9, Relic 8, all that stuff. So you got 3 great R9 choices, JML, Lord Vader, and Leia. Great choices. Next, I go Rey and Supreme Leader Kylo, and then Evans at the Eternal Emperor. I think you can skip it on Jabba and JMK. Yes, Jabba will let you do his mission in ROTB, ROTETB, but to me, I think it's, I don't know, depends what your guild's pushing for. Other R9 candidates, General Skywalker's a great candidate. Mace Windu, nice, R8. I don't have that, but something I consider. Maul's R9 candidate, Malicos, Bane. I mean, Bane gets it pretty much done R8, so it's like rare that you need more than that. But once his Datacron expires, maybe consider going R9. Wow, alright, Keller and Beck, that's commitment for the guild. Dark Trooper Moff Gideon, R9 for sure. He's a tank, he's incredible. Malgus as well, really high up there in the priority. Luke is R8 priority, not necessarily R9. GK is R9 priority, or a potential. I mean, I've listed a lot of R9s. A lot of those above kind of go before GK, but for a negotiator, that's a great use of it. I think Revan, sometimes it helps to have R7 just for a little bit more survivability when you're using him in a supporting role and not in his lead, because the Savior will not apply to him. Seer. So does Seer needed an R7? I think Seer's needed an R7 for, or is it just R6? Maybe it's just R6 for the Braca special mission. If it's R7, then yeah, consider that. Treya, R7 candidate. Oh, didn't mean to click on Bo, but yeah, she's probably R7 at least. Is what you should consider. I can go for extra relics because of her ship. Bad Batch, Sauvage can be R7. I mean, most of it's looking good. I'm just trying to give pointers for like extra development. Well, all the big unlocks are there. I mean, Gungans are the thing you farm with the nodes. But yeah, no, this is a great account. It's just like process of elimination. You know what you gotta farm, but these are just some pointers for what to develop even further for higher relic levels. And now let's look at the mods. JMK is fastest, just like the first player we had. I don't know. I'm not sure why you'd want him fastest. Someone might enlighten me. I guess there could be some reason. I think Supreme Narcado is way more critical to have super fast, and this is pretty fast, 575. Good offense, crit damage. I mean, if you're in Kyber 1, like the mods are pretty good. So this is just kind of like trying to find a hole. This is a great one, even though it's only 3 rolls on speed, 5 rolls on offense on a crit damage triangle is insane. Lots of speed, lots of offense. That's a great one. I'd roll it even again, even though you already have 5 speed rolls, because you can get more offense. Lord Vader, really high protection. I like crit damage triangle on him over the protection, because there are times where he needs to do that heavy lifting with damage. JML, it's all protection and a little potency, nice. So I have like defense as my secondary set, but I like potency a lot. 23, 26. That's really fast. To go the extra mile, you could squeeze in like flat protection on those protection primaries. They have fast, plus 185, 174k health. So very nice. Very nice Leia. Needs a little bit of remodding for the raid, so you're not leaving it there. For that, right, a little slow for the amount of health. And offense is good, but I would like to see more health. Yeah, like just. Oh, the health percentage there. Health percentage there. Okay, so, well, I don't know. I feel like it should have more health at that point, but the individual mods look great. See, we got a fast version, but a little slow. For the speed set, that's a little slow. If you have this level speed, I would expect it to be all health sets. So maybe take another look here. Ooh. I don't even know why you have crit damage. So health is the focus. You know, get rid of the protection, swap in a health one. So we want all health primaries, just more speed on C. Echo fastest. Let's see what this is. 378 plus 180. That is blazing fast. And you do need some potency. I know the AoE is irresistible, but this is resistible. So there's a little need for potency. Throne is really fast. That's interesting to me. Plus 173. Yeah, that's really fast. To what end? I'm not quite sure. I mean, Thrawn super fast used to be a big deal because it was part of like all these Galactic Legend counters, but they nerfed his Fracture and not really as big of a priority anymore. Mara Jade a little further down than I usually see with a lot of players, but I think it makes sense. I think like 360 is the target with her for some reason. I think it might have to do with beating the fastest possible General Grievous with BB-8. But I don't know. Earth Revan is fast. Nice, lots of health. Some protection in there too, but good speed. I'd like to see more offense. I wouldn't, crit damage triangle for sure. And probably health circle. Maul. Probably swap it to health. I mean, if you're running under Lord Vader, it's not a big deal, but if you use on his own, it matters more. I'll stop soon. Hey, money offense health. Yeah, pretty good, pretty chunky, pretty fast, and hitting hard. Nice. So yeah, I mean, all this stuff looks pretty great. Malik, tenacity. I don't know if you truly need tenacity anymore. That was more for like solos and stuff, but I like more protection as opposed to adding on tenacity. Gas. I think you can get more protection, but crit damage is legitimate. There's a lot of offense on this. I go protection primary here. It's more important for him to stay standing up as long as possible. That's a great arrow. Protection primary, lots of speed. That's awesome. All right, I'm going to call it on this one. So, great looking account. Thanks so much for letting me take a look, and good luck. That's it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. See you later.